for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta.
It's Madden NFL 24, and all eyes are on Jamar Chase. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Bengals and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Here we go.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago.
15 carries, 72 yards.
Well, partner, we've watched as they reach 2 wins, 3 wins, 4, and then 5. And we kept questioning each week, how long can they keep this streak going? This team is rolling, and having someone like this who can really set the tone for the offense week in and week out is a big part of why they've been unbeatable as of late.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Back to throw, Howell.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
In the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell try to pick it up on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Oh, heck of a move.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
The play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Here's Howell. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Howell throwing on third down here. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got a sight set on another big game right here.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
You talk about this Washington defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about play.
Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
Second down, Howell back to pass.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Howell out of the shotgun. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
faking the handoff. Howell. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing here, Howell. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Burrow will throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Charlie Jones, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
McPherson on for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. The 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st down, Howell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DJ Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage. But right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Howell from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They gotta go.
They'll run on first down with Evans. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals are able to widen their advantage. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
21. Commanders 3.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Howell and the Commanders come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Howell down to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. And they'll begin on the ground here with Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On the screen, this is Evans. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
9 yards. 1st down, Bengals.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll run here with Evans. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's caught. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Howell. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A give up the middle to Gibson. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here,
touchdown! Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 75. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Powell. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Jones on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now Burrow. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Burrow looking to pass. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Fielded just inside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more.
Now, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily, when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
2nd down, Howell now. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
He's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman.
Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's throwing out the red challenge. So the decision to throw out that challenge flag, a good one, as they'll get credited with a completion. Now Burrow on 1st down. He'll flip this out to Evans.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Here we go. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Burrow.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
With his 12th touchdown on the ground, his 15th overall. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 17. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. They go play action with Howell.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Howell throwing on third down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 123 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Second and a couple. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And Howell will throw it. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. They'll go play action. Howell. Wright's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but...
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin from 8 yards out. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
11 mighty.
Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Bengals.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
11 empty.
To the air again, Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Washington offense going back to work. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Gibson. Oh, good move. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 149 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Foul to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Howell. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. T. Higgins from 10 yards out. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things, but the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Bengals 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for this with Evans. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Short throw to Smith. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Burrow.
31-yard line.
This is caught. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 31 yards. And the Bengals add 6 to their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
2nd and 10, Howell. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Howell out of the shotgun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a Commander's 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On the draw, it's Gibson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
A 54-yard attempt.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if it...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chris Evans with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Commanders 31.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. First down, Howell to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Howell. Pass caught here by Osborne. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So we've reached halftime in a... Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. On the return is Charlie Jones. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. On second down, Burrow. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about...
He's got a man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 2nd and 9.
37-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Chris Evans, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here. And as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this 3rd quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep 1st downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Flush to his right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Burrow looking to pass. His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they rally quickly defensively after the grab, but he gets it to the 42. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hal now to throw it.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. It's Hal. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
That's another Washington Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
Oh, look at the juke. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
174 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
Trey Hendrickson on the tackle. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Gibson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They'll try to run with Gibson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Commanders are able to at least get 1 score back.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He's hoping to take what has been a good game here and make it a great game. So far, solid, and we're still in the 3rd quarter.
There's nothing wrong with solid. You want to be that. You want to be reliable. You want to be a guy that puts your team in a position to have a chance to win. And that's what we're seeing from him. There's also that added element that maybe it can become a little bit more as this game goes on.
They'll try to make it more here on this drive. Now Burrow to throw on second down. Short throw to Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Cincinnati.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
That's good for Washington. First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Howell. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
2nd and 5 from the 8. In motion right is Osborne. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run with Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, Gibson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal.
And Howe will throw it. That's to the pylon and incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. He sort of just keeps chipping away at this defense. Hasn't had a spectacular game, but here in the third quarter, they've known all game long that he's there.
He's the type of guy that frustrates you if you're playing defense, because when you think you've taken away something or you think you've got him in check, he comes up with another catch, the chains move, or he finds a way to get it to the end zone. He's that guy that drives you crazy, and offenses love him.
He's hoping to drive him more crazy here coming up. Now this throw caught left side, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A give up the middle to Evans. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They'll go again with Gibson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Aaron Donald coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Press play in punt formation for the Commanders.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to Smith. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. Now Burrow. Complete. Smith has it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Here's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. McPherson on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, Howell. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And that last throw puts him over 5,000 yards passing now on the season already. Some rarefied air with numbers like that.
Well, don't keep the oxygen just for yourself. Pass some over to me, my friend, because given the fact he still has a number of games remaining on the schedule, that number's going to go sky high.
18 yards that time to push him on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Evans again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Gotta go. Stop.
Burrow now off the bootleg. And a catch right side by Evans. Touchdown. Chris Evans from 4 yards out. And the Bengals continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Powell out of the shotgun. Open man is Higgins. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 6. Powell, he'll look to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Now Burrow on 1st down. He's got Smith here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Burrow will throw. And he's got it. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1.
At the 1-yard line.
Evans will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That's good for the Washington Commanders. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell. A little short pass. This is Everett. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Alert. Alert. Roll. Roll. Smash. Smash. Check.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Gibson again. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson taking it in from a yard out. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL.
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals extend their lead yet again. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Howell from the gun. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 4.
Here's third and 3. Now Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Howell looking to throw again. A little short pass. This is Everett. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. This is 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this up to midfield.
That's good for a Commander's first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Howell now to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. There he goes, right side.
I think that was great effort and great execution all the way around. They blocked the kick, and then they formed the line to make sure they can return it and no penalties. What a great job.
Yeah, almost took it in for 6, and now they're in excellent position, 1st and goal. This is caught. Well, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down, Howell now. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. T. Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
They'll roll him out right. And this is caught by Evans. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. God.
To the air again, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And, boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Evans. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. McPherson now for the extra point. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. McPherson on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Howell. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Jones. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep here for Chase. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not. Down. They say he was out of bounds. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review.
After review of the
So
play,
the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Again, it's Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened down here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Bengals, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Yeah, first off, my name